You already know what it is. Big Dog Chico back up in this thing once again. Shedeur Sanders just hit the podium for the first time since being named the starter for this coming week versus the Las Vegas Raiders for the Cleveland Browns. We're going to see what Shedeur Sanders had to say as he gets ready to prepare for that first start this week with a whole week of practice behind the with the first team offense, throwing to the first team wide receivers, taking snaps from the first team center, making corrections and audibles behind that pass protection slides and stuff like that behind that offensive line. I think we should see an improved Shedeur Sanders and improved Cleveland Browns offense. And I think they're going to Las Vegas to get a win, dog. I think they're going to Las Vegas to get a win. No matter who that quarterback is, whether it's Kenny Pickett, who they traded for from the Browns, or whether it's Geno Smith, who's been struggling as of late, will be the quarterback. We shall see, but I think Shedeur Sanders will go in there and get a win. Let me know what y'all think. Get a like, subscribe, hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. Get in the chat. Put a W in the chat for Shedeur Sanders. Here we go, right here. His comments from today. Let's go. Shiggity. Shout out to Mary Kate. Mary Kate be asking the questions to Fancy like she don't care. Listen. If Shedeur is not practicing with them, how is he going to be, to his best, playing to his best ability? Answer that question, Kevin. So Shedeur is coming up next as he's approaching the podium right now. Y'all saw what happened last game. Shout out to LeJontay Wester also coming up there to support his former quarterback. And Shedeur took a couple of beatings, dog. We'll go right here. Also dealing with a burglary at his home.
What's going on? How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. Can't complain. Yeah, mentally, emotionally, I'm in a great place overall. In life, it's always gonna be adversity. Things aren't always gonna go, as planned. But um, I would say, I'm prepared for everything.
What's your plan to approach this week, knowing now that you are going to get your first NFL start?
The same how I always am. Knowing exactly where everybody's gonna be prepared, understand that they have a great defense. They coached by a great coach, and they have a
Mhm.
great players on that side of the ball. So just doing what I can, to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally, um, to make sure I'm my best self.
Respected the opponent.
I don't think too much into that. Like I think in the moment, present today. I go over the game plan and make sure I execute that. When you start moving too fast in life, sometimes
Mm.
you miss the small details of things. So I never want to overlook anything.
Right,
So
Shedeur.
what's the 24, 48 hours after the Ravens game? What was your kind of process like in terms of deconstructing that game, going through your reps, and what did you were you able to kind of pull away from that you can build off of and as positives?
Um, really, the positives from that game is just being able to go in there, breaking that barrier, coming off the sideline for so many weeks, and being able to do that. I don't think a lot of people understand. How challenging that is from a rookie going into a game. Now, a lot of NFL vets, backup quarterbacks, they've been in the league. You feel me? I'm just coming out of college. So it's a different um, feeling, but I enjoy it. So as the game went on and I settled in, okay, I know what's going on. So as long as I get comfortable, which I am, each and every day, seeing
Okay.
the guys run the routes and being out there. Um,
And that's what people saw. Him get settled in that fourth quarter, throwing the more passes he made, the more chances he got, the more settled he was able to get, the more comfortable he was able to get. We can only imagine what that could be for this next game coming up in Las Vegas. A team that could have drafted him.
it feels good. So I know for sure I'm gonna do everything in my power, and as a team, we're doing everything in our power to make sure we have success on Sunday.
Shedeur, how much are you looking forward to this week, getting all of the first team reps? Because Kevin said you're going to get all of them. To getting all of those first
As
team
he
reps
should.
finally for the first time with the starters, and then having Tommy design a game plan to maximize your strengths and your skill set.
Right.
Yeah, I'm truly excited for that. Knowing that I have a piece of offense and a say so and how things fit my eye and place the players exactly where they need to be, seeing how they come in and out of routes, seeing um, the structure of the alignment, seeing they set, seeing just having a feeling. Like I'm more of a feel type of person, so that's how I learn. That's how I do everything. I'm gonna just watch it. It's just gonna happen. No, like I gotta be out there, feel it. I gotta move around. It's like so
To
many
work with the
details that
other
it takes
guys.
for me, to feel my best and play my best. And I'm doing everything in my power, and the team's doing everything, to help me get prepared.
That's right.
You've worked behind the scenes. Obviously, we haven't gotten to see you at practice since training camp. But what are you most proud of, I guess, with your development so far, and where do you feel like you've grown?
I would say definitely. I would say mentally, emotionally. Like I know this is a trending topic that my house got broken into, but like I'm in a mental space now to where it's not too much that could phase me. Honestly,
I bet you he don't even have to worry about that right now. I bet you guys like Bug, Young Money team, all of his management crew, probably Pretty Ricky and everybody else, Bucky, they're probably up there at his house right now, taking care of that, making sure things are straight, probably relocating him or adding more security measures, whether that's dogs, 24 hours personal security, a person staying there 24 hours, something is going to change, and it's probably already done changed with Shedeur Sanders and the way he's living, or the fact that he just doesn't have to even put any second of thought into what's going on at his house with the burglary because he has a team around him that's handling that. Shout out to Boo.
that's going on, and none of my jewelry got took anyway.
Easky.
By the way, none of my jewelry got took. So it's just caught slipping. It happens.
None of my jury got taken. None of my jury got took. Just got caught slipping. It happens sometimes. Shout out to Shedeur.
You mentioned after the game on Sunday how you like to really understand the details of your receivers and what they like.
None of my jury got took.
Just historically for you as a player, how long has that process typically taken you as far as getting to a point where you guys can see what each other wants without maybe actually having to see what each other
Mm.
wants and likes?
Well, I would say I definitely have a realistic approach, and I know my development, as a player and everything, and mentally and everything, has to speed up due to the situation. So I just like new challenges, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun going out there, doing what I got to do, and the fact that we are up against time, we are up against growing real fast. So that's what's exciting. That's what is the rush, that everybody feels. That's what excitement. That's when everybody gonna be in the stadium lit to understand how quickly it is gonna take for us to have success, and I truly believe it won't be long.
Shedeur, I know you have probably been envisioning this.
Shout out to Shedeur Sanders, man. See why they call him grown.
So much. What's your philosophy on managing expectations in a situation like this?
I would say for sure I'm my own biggest critic. So in certain situations in the game, even in that fourth down of that last game, I wish I would have just extended the play. So mind you, I don't listen to critics. I don't listen to anybody has to say that's not within the organization, not within the team, not within the family or anything, because it's like
Smart.
everybody have their own perspectives, but they're not out there doing it.
Right.
Or they done it in their past life and their time has passed. So I'm just thankful that I'm living in the present and now I have the opportunity to go out there and do the best I can. Will there be mistakes? Of course, but it wouldn't be as many mistakes. We're trying to minimize those as most possible.
Shedeur, what was your dad's reaction to you getting the start, and will he be there on Sunday?
Quite honestly, right now, I'm not even like, I don't know. I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I don't even be talking to too many people right now.
I'm sure you talked to him though, yeah?
You talking to him though, yeah.
I ain't talked to him today or yesterday. I talked to Shiloh. Shiloh called me, but I said, bro, right now, if you want to talk, everybody just fly in and come see me, bro. I ain't trying to be on my phone. I'm not trying to do any of that. If you want to talk, just pull up on me, and then we can talk from there. But other than that, I don't even check my phone. Too many people have been texting me, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I didn't get robbed. My house did.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think. Like I say, whenever it's either, I just say, bro, let me know. And I got enough people around me to communicate and
Did I just say that? I'll leave it at that.
the details with everything. So I'm fine.
Shedeur, you talked.
How much of the support from your teammates has led to some confidence in this moment? How much have they kind of rallied around you from training camp to now to make you feel confident to go out there?
A lot. I would say the teammates are definitely a big portion of everything, but at the same time, they have their own jobs they have to do also. So I have to take that upon myself to know that I have the responsibility, to bring this team a win on our side of the ball. So I got to do what's necessary to do that.
A win shall come in Las Vegas, the best place, and he's gonna come back. Gonna have a fourth quarter comeback win
I think
versus
I
Las
handled the
Vegas
blitz pretty
Raiders.
good. I think it's some certain scenarios, I could have been tighter, with my footwork or anything. But when it comes from film study and from everything, there's a lot of things, from that side, I done well, and minus the couple things going into the game, of course, that I could change. But all that's about feel, all that's about a different feel and about getting the reps and doing everything like that. So I'm excited and doing to the game as the time went on. You seen the comfort, you seen all that, you seen the juice behind it. So I know I could get to that place. So that moment was a moment of hope, and I hope we all have.
Now expectation is gonna come behind that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Put a W in the chat for Shedeur Sanders.
Do you think that these guys will, the coaches will give you an opportunity to have some of your comfort, hungry dogs?
See, I ain't got that much motion here yet. I don't have that much motion here yet. I got to win some games. I got to do what I got to do to be able to make some requests. But right now, I'm just excited to be on the field right now.
Put your dubs up in the chat.
In the mornings, go over the tape from the previous practice regularly. What do you get out of those sessions?
Morning run coming up next.
I gained a lot knowing, going through the checklist, going through the reads and all that. But look, all that stuff changes whenever you're in a real game. Like, honestly, like, it feels way different. I don't know. Hungry Dog's cool, but it's not like the real thing. You know what I mean? So, like, that keeps you, mentally, so you don't go out there and be a disaster. But I don't think I think it's cool. I don't know if it genuinely prepared you to go out there in an actual game, and be able to dominate.
You talk about how
Thought about, like, dang, we really just lost that game. Like, it could have been so close,
Right.
Could have been small details that we've done different to be able to win that game. So,
But so what do you think the emotion's going to be going out to take that first snap in Vegas on Saturday?
I think it's everything we all think. I think it's gonna be exciting. I know a lot of y'all gonna be there. I know you can't miss it. You cannot miss this moment. It'll be definitely exciting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all check us out. I Shedeur Sanders coming. Y'all check us out on the morning run coming up next. And we'll have more later on. It's the biggest dog Chicos in the city. Place member of our family. Yeah.